Okay. So if you want to add a picture or do that later,
I'll
or
do that later.
Elder. Okay. All right.
If I know what it is.
Then go ahead and click save. Great. Let me think. So I told you about places. Do you have another name that you want to add? I'm going to go ahead and turn my video off because there's no need to watch me eat.
Okay. I can add.
Like what other name, if any?
Probably my sister.
Okay, so let's go ahead and add your sister. So on the tab underneath the add media object right there, families, correct. And then you can go ahead and slide, well, let's see, add a father. So there's no family connected with you yet. So let's go ahead and add your father first, and then that'll make a family. So then rather than to go ahead and type in there, Doug, just slide down to the given name line, third one down, right, and then go ahead and place your dad's a given name.
Oh, okay.
Now, was he born here or was he born overseas or?
Yeah, he was born in China.
Okay, so do you know like his given name in China?
I have it in my records somewhere because he was a paper son.
Okay, all right. So you know what is that since this isn't his birth name, so on the line above his given name, there's a down arrow on the right, and so either you can place that as a blank or his immigration name, or also known as. So just to be accurate, and then slide on down. So in terms of his birth date, if you want to add that, or if you have that, and also his place of birth, again, the same thing. It's the smallest place first, comma, and then the next larger place, comma, and then China. It's the maximum of 4 commas on the place. So, sure.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to look this up again. So I'm just gonna put this in for the time being.
Yeah, that's one thing about a computer is that you could always go back. Now, do you have a media object, a profile picture of your father?
I do. Yeah, so I'll do that later.
All right. Okay. Now the date of death, if you know that. If not, then just go ahead and click that the event occur. The reason why this is important is that the computer does, or the program will do a calculation. If the person is over 110 years of age, then it'll assume that the person has passed away, and then it'll make that profile public unless you decide to go ahead and make it private, because of your own reasons.
Okay.
So place of death, if he died in the USA or if he died in China. Okay, and then as you slide down, so you know what is that, rather than to just click save, or did you have you got a media object of your father right now?
I would have to look one up.
Okay, so there's 2 ways to save it. You can click save and it'll go back to you, or you can click save and go to him, the new individual. So either way.
So if I click go to new individual, that's a, well, I'll click it.
Sure. So it'll navigate to him.
Oh, I see.
Now you can go ahead and add your sister. So just above that, add a daughter.
Oh, wait, add a daughter to,
To
that's not
this family.
to me, is it?
No, because if you look next
Oh, this,
Johnny Gore's name, right? No, there's a yellow check mark next to Johnny Gore's name. It's on the left and the right. So this
okay.
is not adding a daughter to you, but to Johnny.
Okay, got it.
Now, normally, it would have added Gore underneath the as the surname, but you know what? Just go ahead and click surname and add her maiden name or birth name.
Her, okay.
Okay. And then you can change that name type to maiden name or to birth name or whichever you want.
Okay.
Okay. Then you can slide on down, and then if you have her date of birth, you can add that or add that later. Did you want to add a picture or that's not ready either?
Yeah, sorry, I wasn't prepared with any pictures for today.
That's okay. No, that's okay, because I have a feeling at the rate that you're going is that this is just, you know, a piece of cake. Now,
How do I add her married name?
okay, let's go ahead and slide down and check if there's a married name. Okay, so there isn't one here, but that's okay. Click, she's still alive, is that right, your sister?
Correct.
Okay, then go ahead and slide down and click and save, go to her, at the very bottom, the middle blue square, rectangle. All right, now to add a name, okay, on the right-hand side, there's a blue a rectangle with the edit and click the down arrow and then add a name. Okay, so then you can add her of course her given name is probably the same, but you know, again we don't know. And then her surname.
And then just save it.
Yes, okay.
Okay.
Now, let me think. You had wanted to add your dad's daughter. You, how about your mom?
Yeah, I could add her.
Okay.
I assume there's probably multiple ways, but I could just click on add a wife.
Well,
Oh, wait.
yeah. So right now the check mark is on Carol.
So how do I change it to my wife?
So go ahead and click your dad's name. Okay, there's a URL. Okay, now you're at your dad's profile, and then click family and add a wife.
Okay.
Now, did your mom take on your father's name as a married name?
Yes.
Yeah, okay, then I'll let you go ahead and add a name if there isn't a spot here. Since she married your father as opposed to just being his partner, and then if you don't know the date of the marriage, then just go ahead and click that check mark, married, and then what happens is that this goes ahead and any other brothers and sisters, they will go ahead and bring the last name of Gor to your other sibs.
Sorry, I missed that first part of what you said. So I should check.
Yeah.
So I'm on the marriage section. So,
Yes. So just go ahead and check that, or you can add the marriage date.
okay.
You know, if you don't know what type of marriage it is or the date, then just go ahead and click that mark next to marriage. Okay, so now do you have, this is about all I need to go ahead and show you. If you have a picture of anyone that you want to add, like your grandparents or granduncle, that's available. Let's just go ahead and go through that process, and then I think you're done.
Okay. Yeah, again, I don't have any pictures to add right now, so I'll do that later.
Sure. So that's pretty much done in terms of just orienting you. Like I said, just this 15-minute, half an hour session gets you going, and now the work is all yours.
So a couple of questions.
Ask me.
If I know of a relative, so for example, I'm on 23andMe, and so I know a relative, but I don't know how they're related to me. Can I add that person in here?
Yes. So let's do this, okay? Let's go ahead and slide up and then click on My Pages on the top right. So if you ever get lost and like you're deep into like X number of generation and you don't know where you are, then you click on My Pages and click My Individual Record, and it'll pull you back towards you. And then you can go ahead and work your way back.
Okay.
Up and down the tree. But instead, click on My Pages, and then click on Control Panel on the bottom right. And then click on Tree 1 Doug Gor's Family Tree. Okay, then on the third column on the right, add an unrelated individual. So go ahead and click that. All right, so again, it's the same thing. If you know their name, and you can add their email address and how you think that they're connected with you, you can add all that information here.
Okay. All right, that's good to know.
Okay, so that's the way to add an unlinked individual. And then later on, as you do research on them. So you know what is that? Let's go ahead and open a profile right here. So if you know their given name and their surname, Let's add that, and then let me give you a trick how to go ahead and remember where they are.
Oh, yeah, I have to look it up because it's been probably over a year since
Okay, okay.
yeah, I don't remember the person's name. I'd have to look it up.
All right. So let me think. Okay, so let's go ahead and click on my pages, or let's go back now. You know, Doug, I took the liberty of writing the name of your family tree as Doug Gor's family tree. But if you want to change that, I can go ahead and point you where to change that real fast.
Okay.
Okay, so it's a click on control panel. Okay, and then a website where I actually slide down and tree 1 dash Doug Gor's family tree. And then click on a preference on the first column.
Ah,
Okay, so now you can go ahead and change it to what you want. In case you've invited relatives and you said, you know, no, we don't like to use that name Gor, you know, yeah, you know, like you wanted Wong in there, and that's fine. And then in terms of people doing a search, okay, you can go ahead and put your father as the default individual, or your great grandfather or your grandfather, and then this way any charts will start off with him. So you don't have very many, but you know what is that? Click down on that down arrow, and then in that box click Johnny, or just write J. Okay, and then it goes through a search and shows up. So this will start with your father. Let me think. And then let's slide down on these other preferences, make sure they're okay. Yep, they are okay. Yeah, pretty much. And then let's go ahead and click save when you finish, and you can look at those later.
okay.
Okay, now let me think. What else? Okay, let's do this. Let's go back to my page. Okay, then under favorites on the left-hand column, very bottom, click add a favorite. Okay, and then since it's only your sister and you and your dad, why don't you go ahead, and your mom, just go ahead and type J for Johnny under individual. Okay, and then under note, you know, this is just a practice, and erase if you need. So in other words, you know, this is a way to keep track of stuff you have to do. And I find that the more specific I am on the note, then a couple of years later, I'm looking and I'm thinking, why did I put them as a favorite? And so again, these tasks are it's helpful to be specific.
Okay.
And then click save. Okay, so then Johnny is on your favorite under my pages, and click on Johnny. And that takes you right to him. So if you're studying a relative like 14, 15 generations away, you know, rather than have to work your way up or do a search for him, and let's pretend that his name is only in Chinese, and I can't write Chinese, you know, so I'll go ahead and stick people as my favorite under my page, so that I can always, you know, add and remove these favorites.
Okay. Oh, that's good. That's a good tip.
Yeah. Again, these are tips just to get you going. And now also let's go with your mom, okay? If you can navigate to Mary, okay? So is she known? Okay, so that's her maiden name. Let's just go ahead and add her married name. so top right, under edit, the blue rectangle, yes, add a name. Okay, so you probably want to add her maiden name. I mean her given name on that. So actually, yes. So on the very top row that has name / Gor / and then and the /. Okay, that's the name that's on display. So let's go ahead and click save, and then let's manipulate this. Okay, so then most people probably know her as Mary Gor. Is that right?
Correct.
Right. So on your charts, you don't want Mary Wong, you want Mary Gor. So what happens is that the JEDCOM standard is that the first name is listed on all the charts. So click edit on the top right, the blue, yes, and then reorder the names. Okay, now let's go ahead and move Mary Gor on the top and click save. So
Okay.
that's probably the way that you want to display it. Is that right?
Correct.
Okay, great. So again, if you had more than one picture, then the first picture would be her profile picture.
Okay.
So again, if you click edit on the top right, that will allow you to reorder the media. Now, right now you don't have any media, so of course the reorder media is grayed out.
Okay.
Okay, so that's about it.
The other thing you were going to show me was how to input a Chinese character.
Okay. What Chinese characters do you have?
Like my surname.
Okay, then let's go back to you. Okay, now do you have your given name?
Oh, so one of the things you mentioned yesterday was to have my Japu converted.
Yeah.
And so I did do that.
Okay, how did that work out?
Well, it looks like some of the characters didn't come out.
Yeah, you know what is that I noticed on your Japu is that the images are small and they're kind of written with a heavy stroke. So do you have your Japu as a JPEG or a PNG image, or was it only PDF?
Oh, well, I have it in PDF, but I had it converted from PDF into a Microsoft Word document.
Okay.
Because I thought the intent was to have characters digitized.
Yes.
I mean, so I could just, can I copy and paste?
Yes.
Okay.
So do you have your given name already as computer characters? Or not yet?
No, not yet. I assume I just need to copy it from the Word version of the Japu. Is that right?
Yes. Yeah, but I don't think your name is in the Japu because
I wonder I can find it yet.
Used it.
Well, no, my surname. Not my given name, my surname.
Okay. So I have a digital copy of your surname in the email that I had asked you if that's correct.
Okay, so I can just copy it from there?
Yeah, just go ahead and copy it from there. And I'm going to give you a pretend a given name. Okay. So let me just go ahead and go on my file because I'm Chinese illiterate. So I have a whole file of Chinese names, that I always copy. So if you have that ready, then on the blue rectangle on the top right, click add a name. So my eyes are away from the screen right now. So
under surname, can I just paste in?
Yes, yes, just paste that.
Okay.
Okay, and then I'm going to paste in the chat a Chinese character. It's actually, I was having a conversation with the people from the Latter-day Saints about the gazetteer. So that word is really a gazetteer, but to us Chinese illiterates, it's, any Chinese name is the same. Or, I don't mean to be so flippant, but I mean to be flippant. Okay, so let me just go ahead and paste, here it is. Okay, so this is the word gazetteer in the chat, and go ahead and copy that. And then paste it under given name.
Oh, whoops.
Yeah, so again, by the JetCom standard, the surname is always placed in between two forward brackets. Okay, and then click save.
So I can change the given name to my
Yes.
real one.
Yes. Yeah. And so now, there you have it.
Okay, great. Okay.
Now, the thing is that, let me think. Okay, so if you have pictures, I mean, I assume that the Microsoft Word, I'm not sure what version that you have, but I don't think it does OCR. Correct me if I'm wrong, because I don't have a license for Microsoft Word. I know that Google Docs, if you import a PDF in Google Docs, it will go ahead and also do a good number of the words and digitize the Chinese characters to a computerized form.
And so the whole intent of converting it is just so that I can copy and paste characters?
Yes, yes.
Okay, got it.
Right, and then what happens is that then like as you get your grandfather and great grandfather's name, then you can actually do a search for them on the Chinese internet. So again, it gives you a lot more opportunity.
So where I'm going to need help from someone is someone who can read Chinese characters to help me. Yeah, okay.
Right.
Navigate through.
Or you can go ahead and download the Plico app. I assume that you have an iPhone, though I know it's available, PLECO. It's available both for iOS and Android.
I actually do have it on my iPhone. Okay,
so the key is that probably about 5 years ago, they made the OCR module, I think, a $12 add-on, which is, still worth it because Plico is free. And then what you could do is that display the Chinese character on your workstation screen, and then take take an image of it on the Plico OCR, and it'll give you a choice of Chinese computerized words that are close to it. So that's my other app that I use to do to change Chinese strokes to actually a computerized character.
Okay.
Okay.
Not to convert it to English, just to convert it to.
No, there's no need to go ahead and translate it, because I mean in English it'll be like your surname is Waterflow, I think, or I forget what it means in English, but that's not important because it's a proper noun.
Okay.
Right, like my our name Doug means a certain thing in in the British language, and that's not what we use. We use it as a proper noun.
Okay, got
So
it.
you don't need to translate proper
Yeah.
nouns.
Right. Okay. The other thing you mentioned, it was your very last email was about finding my the Gor Japu, and you
Yeah.
had listed the URL for My China Roots.
So I went ahead and looked at the I assume that your ancestral village is in Guangdong.
Right.
Yeah, so the only one that they had in Guangdong was not your ancestral village. So let me share with you the one that was in My China Roots. So this is the village that is in My China Roots. Let me copy and place it onto the what you call it, the chat. Okay. So again, and that is in the Guangzhou Library. So the second character in parentheses is the traditional writing, and the first character is simplified. So I don't think that's your village. Now, I could be wrong, but let me, I'm going to go ahead and do a share screen. Thank you. Where am I?
Because when I drilled down into the My China Roots link you gave me, there was two.
Okay, maybe I found one in Guangdong, but I remember you're right that there may have been two.
One says the Guangzhou Library.
Uh-huh.
Record status says physical only. So I assume that means that in order for, when I clicked on view source, it says I'd have to have somebody go to the library to look at it.
Right.
And then the other one was the Sun Yat-sen Library of Guangdong Province. But same thing, it's the record status is physical only.
Uh-huh.
Um,
Did they have an indication what the oh, here it is. Okay. So let me share. Oh, wait a minute. That was the one I just pasted for you. Oh, my brain failed me. What was I trying to share? I forgot.
I don't know.
Okay, all right. So anyway, obviously that's not what I just pasted those characters in. Let me look at the of your screen share, which you had on My China Roots.
Okay.
So are you able to find your father's lineage in the what you call it, his Japu?
In the Japu that I have,
Yeah.
I didn't look.
Okay, so the one in the Sun Yat-sen's library is here. Let me okay, so that is the village, which I don't think is your village. Okay, so again,
Well, that first character is my surname.
yeah, that's your surname, and then this character means clan.
Okay.
Okay, and then the last two is probably the village. So if you slide up or slide down, let's see. Yeah, so those are the same villages.
So how would I know whether that's my father's village or not?
Okay, so do you have a screen share of the front page of your Japu? If not, I think I have it up already. So,
Yeah, I do.
okay, I'll let you screen share that. So I'm pretty sure, oh, come on, let me do an annotation. Okay, this is your surname. This is for clan. I'm not sure if you see that.
Yeah, it's kind of washed out.
Yeah, mine wasn't that washed out, so
Okay.
and so I had assumed.
So the third and fourth characters are the village?
Yes, either let me just.
The third character is the same as what's on My China Roots. The fourth
Okay.
character.
Okay, yeah, the third character means clan. So this is your surname, the Gor clan. So the thing is that either this is your village or this. Though you know what is that the big question is, this character here, you see, they're kind of washed out, so it makes it hard. So
but the third and fourth character on the cover that you had just highlighted, it's pretty close, if not, well, pretty close to what's showing on My China Roots.
Okay, let me go ahead and do a comparison. Excuse me.
You okay?
Yeah, it's just a little asthma. Oh, so yeah. So I have to go ahead and compare the lines like a Rorschach test. And so a lot of times you can go ahead and if you know a Chinese literate person that can help you, or you can use the free Chinese consultation website over with the Latter-day Saints, and then upload an image of my China Roots and an image of this 1984 Jiapu, and then ask, are those the same characters?
Oh, I think I'll just ask my mother-in-law.
Okay, that's a lot easier. Yeah. So sure. It's just having access to Chinese literate people, and then if she can help you with that.
Yeah, I'll ask her because she can read Chinese characters.
Okay, that makes it good. Can she read the Chinese character on your Jiapu?
I showed it to her once, so I'm pretty sure she can read it. It's just so small.
It is small, yeah. So if you have a JPEG, an image file that the PDF was printed from, then use that with Convertio or with a Google Docs, and then you can probably try to clean it up, and then lastly you can use Aplico OCR, get a bunch of Chinese computerized characters that fit that, because it'll always give you like 20 possible characters, and then ask your mother-in-law which is the one that's closest.
Okay,
that's another way to work it out, and that OCR module is worth the $12.
Okay. The last question I have is on My China Roots, because I've heard of it before.
Yes.
And if it's the same one I'm thinking of, they actually offer a service where they do a lot of research for you. Do you have an idea of how much it costs?
Yes. So the thing is that it'll cost you initially around $500. And then when they actually make a visit on the site, it'll be usually another $500 to another $1,500. So it's pretty expensive, but they also give you all the images of the Japu and contact people. So you can make sure that you ask for like a WeChat contact. Have you got WeChat on your iPhone?
No, I don't.
If not, I mean, once you get the stage to that stage, and if the price offer is good, because right now no Americans can go to China now.
No, right.
And so, if you confirm that's the village, and then you'll need characters of your father. So on your father's gravestone, are there characters in Chinese?
No.
Okay. Then
If he's buried here.
okay. So you'll need to go ahead and have his Chinese characters.
Okay. Yeah, I do have that in my record
Oh,
somewhere.
you do? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I just didn't have it handy.
Yeah. So if you have it on your records, get it computerized, because and then you can upload that up and down to My China Roots or the LDS people. And again, a computerized Chinese characters. I mean, that's the modern way to go. All China is computerized. So
Okay.
you might as well at least get to their stage.
Okay. All right. Do you know anyone that's used the My China Root service?
I have, yeah.
Is it worthwhile?
They're pretty good.
Okay.
Yeah,
Right,
they're expensive, but again, you can't go to China.
right. Yeah. So
Yeah. The other thing is that maybe Henry Tom. I'm sure that you've heard of him. Is that right?
no.
He runs the genealogy a course in Las Vegas, usually every year.
Okay. That's the one in June?
Yes, exactly.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so and he came once or twice on the West Coast. So you might email him, and because when he takes groups over to China, he has a network of people that does the initial research, so that this way, when he actually brings the Chinese American clients, they don't kind of wander around. They know exactly where they're going, and all the initial stuff is done. And so they take you right to the village, have you speak with the right people.
Okay. What's his last name? Tom?
Yeah, so I'll go ahead and give you his email address.
Okay. Yeah, that'd be great. Okay.
Okay.
Thank you, Doug. This has been really helpful.
Okay. So
Yeah,
anyway, I don't think you need another lesson, okay? Because it's pretty much straightforward. Usually what happens is that if you run into problems where you add too many people to a family and it's really messed up, and then give me a buzz or a ping, and then I'll help you via a Zoom to go ahead and undo the mess.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. Well, I'm far from that, so it'll
Okay.
take me a while to get to that point.
No,
But
that's
yeah.
fine. Yeah.
Okay.
That's fine. So, and then lastly, one of the nice things about webtrees is that it allows you to collaborate with other relatives. Now, unfortunately, I had the saying, Chinese genealogy is a lonely hobby, because very few other of our peers, of our relatives are that interested. But if you find somebody like one of the members has a family member in Hong Kong, so obviously that person is Chinese literate, and so he uses her to put in characters.
Okay.
And then there of course you probably have relatives all over the world, all over the country, and if they're interested, then let me know, and we can go ahead and open an account, and then they can also participate.
Okay. Oh, so in order for someone else to edit my family tree, they need to have an account?
Yes.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah, because everything is private. At least everyone alive is private. And
So,
and then if the person has a deceased, they can view it, but they can't go ahead and edit it.
oh, I see. So I can share the URL for relatives or
Yes.
whoever to view, but not
Yes.
edit. Okay, got it.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
All right. Well,
I hope that helps.
yeah, it helps a lot. Thanks again, Doug. Yeah, I
Okay.
really appreciate it.
All right. Good
And
luck.
I'll see you Tuesday. I'll
Yeah.
do the webinar.
Yeah. I'm as far as I said before. I'm as far away as your keyboard.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. Thanks again.
Okay. Bye.
Okay. Bye, Doug.